It's been a very eventful day for the Washington Commanders. A lot of updates, some good and bad news today, but make sure you click the thumbs up button. If you're just joining, click the thumbs up button as you come in. We're going to talk about a lot of injury updates today. We're going to be on here for a while today. This is the only content I have planned today. Dan Quinn spoke to the media and he said a lot of different updates. He gave a lot of different updates on injuries and different topics. So make sure you click the thumbs up on the way in. What's going on, Nate? My guy, Nate. What's going on, man? How you doing? How y'all feeling today? I'm sure you've all heard the news that we're about to talk about. Make sure you drop your comments and say what you're thinking about that, because Noah Brown is probably done. Like we got the news. We know Noah Brown's probably done. So let's just start with Noah Brown since we're already talking about him. Noah Brown will be placed on IR. And I will say I'm a little bit frustrated with Dan Quinn. I'm a little bit frustrated with Dan Quinn because why didn't you just place Noah Brown on IR a few weeks ago? I guess Dan Quinn did not know that Noah Brown's injury would be serious. And he said, okay, we're going to leave him off IR because we don't want to designate him and make him out for 4 weeks. Right. So, I'm a little bit upset with Dan Quinn for that, but Noah Brown's going to go to IR, and like Rio Robinson says, let's just put Noah Brown where he's not even. Don't think of him as he's on the team. Noah Brown is not on this team anymore. He's likely played his last game as a Washington Commander. Make sure you guys all click the thumbs up button on the way in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. But Noah Brown's likely played his last game as a Washington Commander, if we're being honest. His injuries, I mean, he's just so injury prone. The dude is so injury prone. I mean, it's crazy. He gets hurt every single game, it feels like. And he's just unable to stay healthy. All right, he just can't stay healthy. So we're going to treat Noah Brown like he's not on the team anymore, okay? Because he's not. So Noah Brown's going to go to IR. My guy, what's good? What's going on, Sam? I'm not surprised. I don't know if Dan Quinn plays games to keep everything in-house, but sometimes we need to know what's going on. Yeah, I mean, he does play games a little bit, right? Like Dan Quinn, whenever you ask him for an injury update or anything, he's always going to be like, I don't know, or he's always going to be like, Noah Brown's doing good. He's recovering good. All last week, Dan Quinn told us Noah Brown was recovering good. But then Dan Quinn comes this week and says Noah Brown didn't practice good last week, but last week he said Noah Brown was good, right? It makes no sense. So it's just weird. He doesn't like to give us the full updates, which is fine. He doesn't have to, right? It's his job to be a coach. He doesn't have to really worry about this stuff talking to the media and stuff. So Noah Brown's going to go on IR. That's the first move of the day. Then you had Terry McLaurin is going to be practicing this week. So Terry McLaurin's going to be full in practice this week. What's going on, my guy, Astro? Good to see you again. How you doing today? How you feeling today? How you feeling about these updates? What's going on, Astro? Thank you for your support as always. So Terry McLaurin will practice this week. I don't know if Terry McLaurin will play in the game on Sunday. I'm assuming Terry McLaurin's going to play on the game in the game on Sunday. Make sure y'all click that thumbs up button. If you're just joining, make sure you click that thumbs up button. Let's get to 10 likes in the stream. We have 8 people in here, so we should have at least 8 likes. Thank you guys for joining me this afternoon. Sorry for interrupting your afternoon, but thank you for joining me. So Terry McLaurin is going to practice this week. And again, I don't know what this means for his game status. We got confirmation on Sunday, though, that by Tom Pelissero, actually. He said it looks like Terry McLaurin's going to play this week, and he has a chance to play this week. And Tom Pelissero said that, and so, he's an insider. Obviously, he's respected. I feel like Terry McLaurin's going to play, right? Man, just release Noah at this point. Yeah, I agree. There's no point in keeping him. Whenever he plays, if he's ever going to get on the field, that same game that he gets on the field, he's just going to get hurt. Release Noah Brown. I don't care, right? I don't care. Stay healthy. Find a way to stay healthy or you're getting released. And again, that leads me back to my point. I don't know why he wasn't on IR sooner. Why didn't Dan Quinn just stick him on IR sooner? We could have brought up a guy like Ja'Cory Brooks from the practice squad. We could have done something productive with Noah Brown's spot, right? So Make sure you guys smash the like button on the way in. Click that thumbs up. I'm feeling pretty good. Glad that Terry's practicing. Yeah, that's good to hear, Astro. Yeah, I'm glad Terry McLaurin's practicing. Again, I hope he plays this week, right? I just hope he can get on the field this week. We're going to need him for Dallas. Again, this week is a must-win game. Like this week is a must-win game. You have to win this game this week. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So we're going to need everyone for this effort. And I was hoping Noah Brown would play, but he's not. So I was hoping Noah would play. The next piece of news that I have for you on this Wednesday afternoon is Jonathan Jones is coming off IR, and he has Dan Quinn has opened his 21-day practice window. So we'll see if Jonathan Jones can get on the field week 8. Like, Jonathan Jones, going to be great to have him back in the secondary. Like, I know he's not a starter or anything, but Jonathan Jones going to be great to have him back. The secondary has been ripped to pieces the past few weeks. So glad to have him back. Hopefully he can get on the field soon. I would say the team's aiming for week 8 or 9. You're aiming for week 8 or 9. You're probably not going to get him back this week. Make sure y'all click that thumbs up button on the way in. Would do me a big favor. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're 2 subscribers away from 2,500. So yeah, make sure y'all click the like button on the way in. Moore is doing his job just as well, same as Luke. Shouldn't have released Bourne. We never released Bourne. We never had Bourne. So I don't know what you're talking about there, but we never had Kendrick Bourne. So, and again, I would have loved to have Kendrick Bourne, but yeah, we never had Kendrick Bourne. So we have 17 people in the chat right now. Let's get up to 17 likes. I need all y'all to click the like button on the way in, or if you've been in here, click the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We're 2 subscribers away from 2,500. So we're getting close, guys. That's good news on Jones. Situational strength, third downs. Yeah. Like, I'm excited for Jonathan Jones to get him back. Like, this secondary's been torn to pieces. Like, this secondary has not been where you want it to be at, to say the least. So I'm glad to get Jonathan Jones back. Hopefully we get him back. But let's get up to 15 likes in the stream, y'all. We have 17 people in here. Let's get up to 15 likes in the stream, y'all. Click the like button for me, and subscribe to the channel as always. We met with him. I think we met with Kendrick Bourne. Yeah, we met with Kendrick Bourne, and he chose the 49ers over us. So yeah, we met with Kendrick Bourne, and we'll see where what he does with the 49ers, what he continues to do, because he's been really good. So that's all the injury news. I mean, Sam Cosmi is probably going to return this week. Dan Quinn did give a few updates on Sam Cosmi. By the way, guys, make sure you click the like button on the way in. We have 18 people in here, and we're trying to get up to 15 likes. So if y'all could just help me reach that goal, that'd be greatly appreciated. Click the like button. Let's go over some of these Dan Quinn updates, though. Quinn talked about Sam Cosmi today. He said it was a hell of a start for him in practice last week. So Dan Quinn said Sam Cosmi, he basically said he's good, right? Sam Cosmi's going to play this week. We got good news on Sam Cosmi. He looks like he's going to play this week. And obviously Terry McLaurin's going to practice this week as well. So this is good. This is good, right? Most of this is good news besides Noah Brown. Dan Quinn also addressed Drake Jackson. So Drake Jackson is signed to the active roster. Now, I told you guys yesterday, I hope that he could get on the field this week for the Cowboys, but it doesn't sound like that. It sounds like Drake Jackson with a knee injury is going to sit out this week, and they'll try to ramp him up. Dan Quinn talked about a knee injury that Drake Jackson has. So they're going to try to work past that. But yeah, not looking good for Drake Jackson coming in here, because he's going to have to miss a few weeks. So, which is fine. Like, we sign him for long term, right? And we're trying to get him, this season. Like, we're trying to get him activated this season and help him, contribute to the team this year. And we'll see what he's got. So, we also signed guard Julian Good-Jones to the practice squad. So Julian Good-Jones to the practice squad here. Honestly, happy to see Julian Good-Jones back. We'll see what he does. I don't really think it's a big piece, but Jaden Daniels is speaking to the media right now. So we need to get Jaden Daniels up on the screen. So again, guys, make sure you click the like button on the way in. We have 18 people in here. We're trying to reach 15 likes on the stream. Well, let's try to reach 20 likes in the stream, y'all. Let's try to reach 20 likes in the stream. Click the like button on the way in. Subscribe to the channel. We're 2 subscribers away from 2,500. So help me to reach that goal. Jaden Daniels speaking to the media. Let me get him up on the screen. So, let's see. Share screen. We'll see if we can get Jaden up on the screen here. Hopefully the audio works. Let me know if y'all can hear. Let me know if y'all can hear Jaden. Make sure y'all click the like button on the way, and we're trying to reach 20 likes in the stream. Yeah, bro. Dang it, the audio's not working. Bro, come on, man. What can I do to get this audio to work? What can I do to get this audio to work? I'm not sure. Um, hmm. Can y'all hear him now? If you can, I'll try to fix it, but I don't know. If you can, I'll try to fix it, but I don't know. Let me see. Come on, man. All right, audio's not working. Audio's not working. I don't know why. I don't know why. You know what? Maybe I can go to the YouTube and maybe we can play his YouTube thing. Maybe if I go to that, hopefully I don't get copyrighted. It's all good. All right, yeah. We don't I guess we don't need to listen to our quarterback. Man, bro, that sucks. I'll let y'all know what he says, but is there any way that I could get that up? Let's see. I'll try to switch here and then nah, it's not gonna work. I don't know. That's weird. Yeah, so that's weird. But how we feeling though? How we feeling? JD5, my goat. um, yeah, bro. JD5, we'll see what he does this week, but he he's been really good to say the least. Like he was good in the Bears. He was better than Caleb Williams in the Bears game. And I know we shouldn't be worried about this, but he was better than Caleb Williams in the Bears game if you look at statistics.
Salute to Luke, and I'm happy for him. But every time we need a big
I'll play
to
this,
be
though.
made, Luke is stepping up making that play.
Hey, Jaden, I've asked a couple of the coaches about, when Coach Quinn talks about September football, now it's October football. So from your perspective, based on their expectations and what they've shared with you all on what they want to see in October, where do you think you all are?
We still got some way to go. We're not a finished product, but we know in this league that you want to get hot at the right time.
Same.
So whatever that looks like, but we just got to keep stacking days and taking one day at a time and one game at a time.
Jaden, despite a bunch of injuries on offense, yourself included, you guys are still seventh in scoring, second in second in rushing. What does that say about the system? What Cliff has been able to do that you guys have in place, just no matter who kind of goes in?
We got the chance to take this thing to another level. Obviously the stats are the stats, but it just says
so here's Jaden speaking, by the way.
Score with the best of them, and we could put up points, but we just got to be better with the details and execution. So, we don't have slow starts or anything like that. So that's something that we're just honing in and focusing on more.
And you said before you took responsibility, Mark.
So can y'all hear this? Quarterbacks. I'm assuming you can. Can y'all hear this?
In the commercial, why you're throwing Tyler Biadasz under the bus to your mother with the pantry, you're saying it's his fault?
It wasn't really a part of who my character or anything, but I kind of just do what people tell me. So that's what they want.
Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear this. I'm assuming you can.
Step aside from being a quarterback and kind of try to be an actor.
Jayden, you're a young guy, but you're also a team leader. When you see a rookie like Bill have some fumbles over the last couple of games, do you try to offer him some encouragement? How are those conversations?
Yeah, I think you just keep breathing confidence and life into him. Obviously, what is going on is 6-7 game, but
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Bill he's tremendous, man. So we know that he's not gonna let that define him, and he's going to go out there and really make plays when we need him to make plays. So it's kind of that next play mentality.
All right, appreciate it. Yep. All right, that's Jayden Daniels at the podium. So that was Jayden Daniels, obviously. Pretty good press conference there. Listen, I think we're all on to Dallas week. Like, we all understand that it sucked, that you didn't want to lose that game, obviously, last week, but this week is an absolute must-win game, and it looks like we're going to have Terry back. Now, make sure y'all click the like button if you're just joining. We're trying to reach 20 likes in the stream, but this game is a big game for the Washington Commanders. Again, you have to come out of here with the W. You have to come out of here and win this football game. And so getting Terry back is going to be huge. Now, Jonathan Jones, I wish he could play this weekend. He's probably not going to play. We're also getting Sam Cosmi back. Like, we assume Sam Cosmi is going to be back, because if Sam Cosmi doesn't play in this game, then he's going to have to miss the rest of the year. That's how a 21-day works. 21-day window works. Am I tripping? Or because he kind of has to play. So we're getting Sam Cosmi back, right? So that's going to be good. But it's really, again, it's really a must-win game. Like, it's a must-win game. Let me throw some practice clips up on the screen for y'all. We'll throw some practice clips up on the screen. Make sure y'all click the like button on the way in. We're trying to reach 20 likes in the stream. Click the like button, click the subscribe button, and send a super chat to support. Goal is one super chat. Y'all. So, all right. So here's Terry McLaurin practicing. This is Terry practicing. I'll go back to the start. He looks good stretching, obviously. But I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be at full strength this week, and I don't know if he's going to play this week. But he's smiling. That's good to see. So yeah, he's smiling. Good to see that. But I just hope, man, we need him this week, bro. We need him this week. Nothing else needs to be said. We need Terry McLaurin this week. So hopefully we got him back. But we got 20 in the chat. We're trying to reach 20 likes in the stream, y'all. We're trying to reach 20 likes in the stream. Smash that like button on the way in. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. We're 2 subscribers away from 2,500. And I already explained to you, super chat goal is 1 for today. So there is what the practice looks like. So that's Terry McLaurin at practice, y'all. Let me get a comment from. I'll just go back to the chat. Once we finish this Terry clip. Let's see if Scott Abraham posted anything else. Let's see if Scott, because he always has the best practice clips. So there's Sam Cosmi video. I'll get to your comments in a second. So there's Sam Cosmi. I mean, he looks mobile, right? So yet another good practice video, but I don't know if he'll be able to go this weekend. I mean, I'd assume he will. I assume we're getting Sam Cosmi back this weekend. We don't. This is awkward to watch this video. I'm getting off this, bro. Y'all saw Sam Cosmi. Let's see. Terry McLaurin, Dan Quinn. All right. So, yeah, there's some practice clips for you. Let's get to 25 likes in the stream, y'all. Let's get to 25 likes in the stream. Click the like button on the way in. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. We're 2 subscribers away from 2,500. What's going on, my guy John? I really think Burks is our guy, and he knows it. Purdy ain't JD, and when he was on the Titans, he had nobody. I believe in anyone who is willing to believe in themselves. He might be a fresh start. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like, you get a thumbs up for me. Like you'll get a thumbs up for me on Treylon Burks, because you put a guy in a new system, you never know how it works. You can't sit here and say that he's going to fail here or that he's going to be a bust in the league. Yes, it didn't work out with the Titans. Yes, he's been bad in this league so far. But you put him in a new system, this could work out. You put him in a new system, this could work out. And we remember that this guy was the A.J. Brown coming out of the draft. I mean, I remember, was it Ryan Clark coming out of the draft? I think it might have been Ryan Clark coming out of the draft. His comp for Treylon Burks was A.J. Brown. I mean, they think this guy could be like an A.J. Brown. If you put him in a new system, he could work out. And you give him a chance, he could work out. So click the like button on the way in, though. Smash that like button, y'all, for me. Let's get those likes up. We have 27 people in here, so let's try and get to 27 likes. Super chat goal is 1 super chat. All we need is 1 super chat today, so that's what we're trying to get. Got to give him a chance. That's correct. Like, you got to give some of these guys a chance. You got to give some of these guys a chance. And again, he has the profile. Like, you're not going to get a no from me because we need wide receivers. We need wide receivers on this team. You know, we're at a loss at the wide receiver position. We need wide receivers. So you're not going to get a no from me. That's for sure. All the greats say is all I needed wasn't my opportunity, the rest was history. Exactly. I mean, think of Adam Peters and how much of a genius he would be for just giving him a chance. Kendrick Bourne didn't work out, but this guy could work out. Treylon Burks could work out. And we also signed Drake Jackson. So think if Drake Jackson works out, right? Like, I like what Adam Peters, his philosophy is, because he's signing guys that have talent, that have got drafted early, that people have invested in, and he's signing those guys and he's giving them a chance. Maybe Drake Jackson or Treylon Burks can work out for us. Make sure y'all smash the like button on the way in. Let's try and get to 25 likes in the stream. Smash the like button on the way in. Did they sign Burks? Not yet. Let me check my timeline just to make sure, but they didn't sign. I don't believe they signed him yet. So, because they worked him out today. So he could sign with the Broncos. Ultimately, he met with the Broncos first, and that'd probably be his first choice. So Drake Jackson, Myles Garrett size. Yeah, you know, and again, I told you, he's a former second-round pick. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We are 1 subscriber away from 2,500. Help me to get there, and click the like button if you're just joining. We have 29 people in here. Let's try and get to 25 likes. How y'all feeling on this Wednesday, though? We got some bad injury updates, some good injury updates. Terry McLaurin practicing. Sam Cosmi's probably going to be back. So we'll see. If he was raised right, he would see both options first. I hope. You know, I think he'll give us a shot. Like, would you rather play with Bo Nix or Jaden Daniels? That's what it's going to come down to. Does he want to play with Bo Nix or Jaden Daniels? Those are his options. What do you want more? Bo Nix or Jaden Daniels? That's going to be the question. So we'll see who he decides to sign with. Again, it might ultimately be the Broncos. So, but we could use a wide receiver. We need size in this room. We don't have a guy with size, and you see the us lacking when we don't have Terry and Noah on the field. Like we lack, right? We don't have much when those guys aren't on the field. We need a guy to step in and with size and show up. So I would love to sign Treylon Burks. I would love to sign Treylon Burks, but Super chat goal is 1 super chat, y'all. We're trying to reach 1 super chat today. That's it. Make sure y'all click the like button. Let's get to 25 likes in the stream. Wish we could have gotten Bourne for sure. Like, you see what he's doing with the 49ers. You see him with the 49ers. He looks like a dog with the 49ers. I mean, he looks like a beast with the 49ers. So I would love to have him on the team right now. That would have been a really good investment, but ultimately, you didn't get it. So let's take a moment to celebrate here. We just hit 2,500 subscribers. We just hit 2,500 subscribers, y'all. Let's take a moment to celebrate 2,500 subscribers. We're getting close to it. Did we just hit it? Let's see. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Sorry. Early announcement. But we need one more subscriber to hit 2,500 subscribers. Make sure y'all smash the like button on the way in. Again, good news that Terry's back. Good news that Jonathan Jones is coming off IR, but Noah Brown's going on IR, and that hurts. Like, Noah Brown's a good wide receiver. He's a good wide receiver, but he just can't stay healthy. He just can't stay healthy. That's all it is at the end of the day. So if he could stay healthy, he'd be probably a pretty solid player, but he can't stay healthy. So would love to have Noah Brown on the field. Would love to have Noah Brown, Terry McLaurin, and Deebo Samuel. Would love to have that, but it's not going to happen. So it sucks, but, you know, injuries happen. Injuries happen, and, you know, we're just dealing with injuries right now. We're buried. We're not the only team in the league that's dealing with injuries right now. We're not the only team in the league that's dealing with injuries. Super chat goal is 1, y'all. Super chat goal is 1, y'all. You can click the target button with the 0 out of 1 on it to send a super chat and fill out today's goal. Smash the like button. Let's get those likes up. Trying to hit 25 likes in the stream. And subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. So we're just going over all these injury updates that came out today. You know, we're getting healthy. We're getting healthy as a football team. Jaden actually talked about when Terry, let me share my screen. Matter of fact, let me share my screen because I want you all to see these for yourself. So let's see. Let's try JP Finley. See if he has anything. So let's see a little bit of what Jaden said today. Jaden on Luke McCaffrey. He's made 2 of the most wide open touchdowns I've ever seen. So salute to Luke. Hey, Luke McCaffrey stepping up. Jaden says, when Terry comes back, will definitely help the offense. He's been doing this at a high level for a long time. I agree, right? I mean, you can't disagree. Jaden, Terry's been doing this at a high level for a long time. And I really hope he can hit 1,000 yards this year. Like, I genuinely really hope he can hit 1,000 yards this year, but I don't know. I mean, he's had, you know, he hasn't, this is the first time in a while he hasn't played for so long. So I hope that he can hit 1,000 yards, but I don't know. It would be really nice to have, you know, him hit that goal. But again, I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. So we'll see what ultimately if he can do that, if he can hit 1,000. So we actually have a little bit of an update on Dorrance Armstrong here. Quinn talked about Dorrance Armstrong. He said he was able to do the walkthrough. I was encouraged by that, but I'll have a better feel for him tomorrow as we get a little more movement in practice. So today's practice was kind of just a jog through. They kind of just did a jog through practice today. Not much. So this to me sounds a little bit negative. Like, I'm analyzing this. I think this sounds a little bit negative to me. I don't like to hear that, you know, that they don't know exactly what's going on. Like, I would love Dan Quinn to come on here and say, okay, we feel good about Dorrance. We feel good about him. He can play Sunday. He'll be able to play Sunday. We feel like he can get back on the field Sunday. He didn't say that, right? He was encouraged by the fact that he could do a walkthrough. Quinn was encouraged by the fact that Dorrance Armstrong could only do a walkthrough. So that to me is negative. That to me is negative. I don't like hearing that. I don't like hearing that at all. So Dorrance Armstrong injury update. There you go. Make sure y'all click the like button if you're just joining. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And send a super chat, guys. We're trying to get 1 super chat today. That's it. So make sure y'all send a super chat. There's your Dorrance Armstrong update. Let's see if Finley has anything else. Dan Quinn talked about bringing Noah Brown back in free agency. He said we knew we wanted him for sure coming into camp. We thought we had a big competitive group at that spot. And notice we thought we had a competitive group at that spot. We thought we had a competitive group at that spot. That to me tells that'll tell you a lot. Like we thought we had a competitive group. You know, what if he said we know we have a competitive group? Because imagine if it's Noah Brown, Terry McLaurin, and Deebo Samuel. Like that is a great wide receiver core. But you're not getting him. Injuries have plagued this year. If you're just joining, make sure you click the like button. Let's try and get to 30 likes on the stream, y'all. Let's try and get to 30 likes in today's stream, y'all. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure y'all smash that subscribe button, y'all. We're close to 2,500 subscribers. And send a super chat. All we need is 1 super chat today. That's it. So, click the target button with the 0 out of 1 on it to send a super chat. That would be greatly appreciated. And again, click the like button if you're just joining. Let's try and get to 30 likes on the stream. So here's the Commanders news for the day though. I'm just encouraged that we have Terry McLaurin back practicing, that Sam Cosmi is likely to return. I'm encouraged that those guys are back. I really am. So that's good. But again, it sucks not having Noah Brown. It sucks not having Noah Brown. That's the thing that is a killer to me. That's the thing that's a killer to me. But we'll move past it. I think that this team is in the right position right now. Like they're in the right position right now. You guys talk about the season's over. Like I'll always laugh at people that say the season's over. I'll always laugh at people that say the season's over because it's not. The season is not over. We are 1 game back in our division and we are 3-3. Like if you win against the Cowboys, you're 4-3 and you could likely take over the division. If we win this game on Sunday, we can take over the division. People don't understand. So I really won't understand people saying the season's over. But we have 30 people in here, so we should be close to 30 likes, y'all. Help me to reach 30 likes on today's stream. And again, guys, super chat goal is 1. So we're only trying to get 1 super chat. Listen, I was just talking about how I think the team's in a good spot. They are. They're in a good spot. We're getting healthier. And it sucks to not have Noah Brown. But we haven't had Noah Brown the whole year. We've seen this team play good football this year without Noah Brown. We don't need Noah Brown to be really successful. We don't. We don't need him to be really successful. So this team is in the right spot. And I'm feeling good. It's Cowboys week. How we feeling? Let's talk Cowboys week. How y'all feeling about Cowboys week? How y'all feeling about Cowboys week? It's a good week because it is division rival week. It is rivalry week. And it's Jaden versus Dak round 2. So this team has a lot to prove. And again, if you lose this game, I'm going to be the guy saying the season's over. If we lose this game, I'm going to be the guy saying the season's over. You better believe it. Because you can't lose this football game. But we haven't lost it yet. So I'm really hopeful that we can find a way to win Sunday's game. And you get Terry back, you get Cosmi back. How we feeling on this Wednesday, y'all? How we feeling on this Wednesday, y'all? Drop it in the chat. How you feeling on this Wednesday? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Again, we're getting healthy at the right time. It's rival week. Like, I'm feeling good. And Terry McLaurin's going to practice this week. So, happy. So, Drake Jackson, though, the new edge rusher, they did say he has a knee injury. They did say that he's probably not going to play this week. So, just to give an update on that, they did say he's probably not going to play this week, the new edge rusher, Drake Jackson. But again, I still have confidence in him, right? I still have confidence in him because we're putting our hope into younger guys. We're putting our hope into guys that were drafted early, that were drafted really early, and that have a shot in the league. Make sure y'all click the like button. Let's get those likes up. We have 27 people in here. Let's try and reach 27 likes. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe and send a super chat to support. Click the target button with the 0 out of 1 on it in the chat to send a super chat. We only are trying to get 1 today. Let's see if anybody has anything on what the players said. I don't see any player interviews today, so that sucks, but tomorrow is going to be the big day of practice. Tomorrow is going to be the big day of practice. Like, you're going to see all the injuries tomorrow, and we're going to get an injury report later. So 4 o'clock's when the injury report drops. I'll still be here on 4 o'clock. Like, that's what we're trying to do. So we'll wait till this injury report comes out because this is going to be a very intriguing injury report. Make sure y'all drop your thoughts in the comment section. Drop your thoughts in the comment section about this matchup. Let me put a new picture on the screen here. Let me put a new picture on the screen here. And let y'all know that it's rivalry week. Let y'all know that it's rivalry week. Let me put a new picture on the screen. See. Today, 2:42. All right, this should be, yep. So, oh man, how y'all feeling on rivalry week? We, again, must-win game. Jaden versus Dak. Like, this game could be 55-50. This game could be 55-50, if I'm being honest with you. That's how bad these two defenses are. Let's not lie to ourselves. Let's not lie to ourselves. This defense is bad. This defense is very bad. Let's not lie to ourselves. So this game could be 55-50 when it's all said and done. But all we need the Commanders to do is win by 1. I don't care if it's 51-50. I don't care. All we need is this team to win. That's it. That's all we need is this team to win. And when you get guys like Terry McLaurin back, when you get guys like Sam Cosmi back, you feel like you have a really solid chance to win. See, the thing about us is we've been injured and lost the Falcons. And we've been injured, we lost the Falcons. We've been injured and we lost the Bears. Guys, we have been injured. In my opinion, it's been a pretty solid effort. Even with all the injuries we've had, it's been a pretty solid effort from this team to try and get back. But see, the thing about the Cowboys is they really haven't been injured outside of CeeDee Lamb. Because when the Cowboys got killed by the Bears, they had CeeDee Lamb that game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when the Cowboys lost to the Bears, they had CeeDee Lamb that game. So we are a better team than the Cowboys, and when game preview time comes around on Friday, I will pick the Commanders. I'm just letting you know. Because I have the utmost confidence in this team. And this team doesn't back down in situations like this when they're in a must-win situation. They don't back down. This team doesn't back down in tough situations. And when it's division rival week, they're not going to back down. I don't care how bad the defense is. I don't care that we lost Monday night. Jaden Daniels is going to be pissed next Sunday. Make sure y'all smash the like button. If you have not hit the like button, make sure you do that. Make sure y'all send a super chat. Goal is 1 super chat for today. That's it. We're only trying to get 1 super chat. Make sure y'all send a super chat. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. Trey Terry. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not with you on that. But Terry has not, I mean, he's injured. Like, I understand that he's injured and that upsets you and that makes you mad. I understand that. But it's not Terry's fault that the defense sucks this year. It's not Terry's fault that we're 1-3 in the conference. Like, once he gets back, And once he starts balling again, nobody's going to say this. Once Terry gets back and he starts balling again, nobody's going to say this. Nobody's going to say that when Terry gets back and starts balling. Now, if he's trash the rest of this year and he continues to deal with injuries, he's trash the rest of the year, I'll be pretty mad. But as of right now, he's injured. He's injured. And there's not much you can do about it. So we'll let Terry get back. And if he's trash when he gets back, then we have problems. If he's trash when he gets back, then we have problems. But as of right now, let's just wait it out and see what he does. Make sure y'all smash the like button on this stream. Let's get those likes up. We're trying to hit 30 likes. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all send a super chat. Any super chat would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, again, so I wouldn't trade Terry. I mean, you're not going to trade Terry. You just gave him a big deal. And they have confidence in their guys. So they're not going to trade Terry. So they're not worried about that. But he is injured, and it does suck that he's injured, right? It does suck that we've missed him. So he is injured, but he's probably going to be back versus the Cowboys this week. And so we have a shot to get him back this week. If he plays, I'll be very, very excited. If he plays, I'll be very excited. So hopefully we get Terry McLaurin back. Hopefully Terry's back because we're going to need him. But, and again, imagine if we had Noah Brown and Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel. I mean, that would be an insane trio, but we're not going to have him. So it is what it is, you know? But how y'all feeling on this Wednesday? How do y'all see this game going on Sunday? How do y'all see this game going on Sunday? Because I think this team shows up in the must-win situations. I think that they understand what happened. They understand what happened on Monday. This team understands that they have to go out there and win on Sunday. Jaden is pissed. Dan Quinn is pissed. They're both, don't make no mistake about it. These guys are pissed that we lost. I mean, these guys are absolutely pissed that we lost. So I just feel like Jaden's going to have one of his best games of his career this game. I feel like Jaden's going to have one of his best career games this game. That's what I feel like. Because, again, when he is under the most pressure, he shows up. So I think that he's going to bounce back. I think that he's going to look good on Sunday, and I think he's going to carve up that Cowboys secondary. And I don't just think that Jaden's going to have a really good game because the Cowboys secondary and their defense sucks. Like, Jaden shows up, and Jaden is pissed from Monday night. He knows he made a mistake. He said all the right things after the game. Jaden said all the right things after the Bears game. He said, I made a mistake. He said I lost focus. And you can't lose focus in that moment. But at the same time, it's like, can the defense please back him up? Can the defense please back Jaden up? Can we please get the defense helping out Jaden? Can we please have a defense that backs up our quarterback? Because for the rest of the year, I can say this. The defense is going to be trash for the rest of the year. And we haven't had time to get this defense fully loaded, fully ready, because it's year 2 of a rebuild. People forget it's year 2 of a rebuild. That's what they forget. It's year 2 of a rebuild. And so you really have to take your time on this defense and rebuild it next year. For this year, though, this defense is going to be trash, and we just have to face the consequences of that. So Jaden's going to have to be extra perfect this year. Anthony, appreciate you for the super chat. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for the super chat, man. Thank you so much, Anthony, for the super chat. Make sure y'all smash that like button if you're just joining. We have 31 people in here, and we're trying to reach 30 likes. So we can reach 30 likes. We have 31 people in here. So click the like button on the way in. Subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed. And make sure you send a super chat like my guy, Anthony. That would be greatly appreciated. It's rival week. I told y'all on Monday night that I was pissed, that I thought the season was close to being over. And look where I'm at right now. I'm here on a Wednesday talking about this team. Because I'm here. Win, lose, or draw, I'm here. And again, I think Jaden's going to have one of his best career games this Sunday. I think that he bounces back this Sunday, and I have the most confidence in this team. I have the most confidence in this team. Hate to say it, Dallas 34-24, Dak 11-2 versus Washington. That's the old days, though, right? That's the old days. Dak is 11-2 versus the old Washington Commanders, where Ron Rivera's the coach, where Jay Gruden's the coach. That's where he has thrived the most. But versus this new Commanders team, he's not doing that. He's not doing that. So I'm not worried at all. I'm not worried about Dak. I would hope that this team beats the Cowboys. I mean, I would hope we don't lose by 10. We can't lose by 10. Again, this is a must-win game. So I hope that's not the result. This offseason, we need a pass rusher, a shutdown corner, and another safety, possible another linebacker if McGee doesn't work out. I would agree with most of that, right? I think pass rusher, you're going to use a pass rusher, right? You need that. Marshawn Lattimore's not going to be next year, I would say, right? So I would love to add a corner, and I think Trey Amos is going to be really good, but we need another guy besides Trey Amos as well, because Mike Sainristil has not been good. Let's not lie to ourselves. Mike Sainristil has been pretty trash this year. So another safety, Quan Martin hasn't been great this year. You saw the missed tackle on Monday night. He hasn't been great this year. So we could use another safety. We could use another linebacker. Monday was the first time I've heard Dan Quinn kind of talk negative about Bobby Wagner. That was kind of the first time, or not Monday, Tuesday was the first time I kind of heard Dan Quinn say stuff about Bobby Wagner and his ability to cover, right? Like that was the first time I actually heard him say stuff about that. So they better tighten up. Him and Luvu better tighten up. But there's a major opportunity to do that this weekend. Like everybody's pissed about Monday and what happened. Like you have a chance to redeem yourselves. You can go out there and redeem yourselves on Sunday, and you can beat the Dallas Cowboys. You can beat the Dallas Cowboys, right? But we can't have the missed tackles. We can't have the penalties. We can't have the costly turnovers. The reason the Washington Commanders lost on Monday was because of turnovers. You can't turn the ball over to this Dallas offense. You know what you can't do this Sunday? You cannot give the ball to the Dallas offense because they will rip you. This Dallas offense is not the Chicago Bears offense. This Dallas offense is not the Chicago Bears offense. So you really can't turn the ball over this weekend. And hopefully we got the turnovers out of the way. Hopefully the turnovers are out of the way. And we don't have to look at turnovers anymore. Hopefully they're out of the way. But because you really can't turn the ball over this week. You really can't do it. You can't put the ball in the Dallas offense's hands. Definitely need a tight end and middle linebacker. Wagner and Ertz not coming back. Yeah, they're not coming back. Both probably retiring. We need a tight end. Because Zach Ertz is 34 years old, right? That's not going to cut it. He's probably not going to come back this next year. He hasn't even been great this year, but he's been, serviceable. What the hope was Ben Sinnott was going to come in here and make a difference. The hope was Ben Sinnott was going to be the guy at tight end for the future, but that's not going to happen. We can all see that. We all know that, right? That's not going to happen. So you need to draft a tight end. I would say that. You're looking at 4th or 5th round, though. Like first of all, you need a wide receiver. You need a real pass catcher, right? Because Terry McLaurin's not going to be here forever. So you need a wide receiver. That's first of all. But you need a tight end as well, in my opinion. We have the blocking tight end in John Bates. We need another guy to get it done. Make sure y'all smash that like button on the way in. Let's get to 30 likes in the stream, y'all. Hit the like button on the stream. Hit that subscribe button on the channel if you're new around here. Make sure you send a super chat to support. Any super chat helps out a lot. So make sure y'all send one to support the channel. Keep it moving. Keep it going. But yeah, I think we definitely need a tight end as well. So, because Ben Sinnott's not getting the job done. Like, the hope was for Luke McCaffrey and Ben Sinnott to step up, but it's just been Luke McCaffrey. The only guys that have stepped up this year are just Luke McCaffrey. The second-year guys. Johnny Newton's been all right. But we needed We needed Ben Simmons to step up to prove that he was going to be the guy for the future, because Zach Ertz can't bail you out forever. Zach Ertz can't stay around forever. He can't stay around forever. So, yeah, you need a tight end, and Ben Simmons likely not going to be that guy. So you need a tight end, and we'll see how that ultimately goes. They'll probably draft 1 3rd or 4th round. The good thing is you have a running back, so you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about a running back. And by the way, Bill, he didn't perform on Monday night. He did not perform on Monday night. Matter of fact, since there was so many negatives on Monday night, I'll see if I can find the Twitter account that posted all this, because there was a lot of clips. There was a lot of bad clips Monday night, and I showed y'all. I showed y'all some of the clips. Let me see if I can find the account. I don't remember. Let's see. Was it? I don't remember. I don't know, but there was a lot of bad clips about this team. There was a lot of bad clips about this team. So Treylon Burks and Drake Jackson Young, I hope they take this serious. They will. They'll take it serious. And I like what Adam Peters is doing. I like Adam Peters being able to say, look, we're going to bring you guys in. We're going to bring you guys in. We're going to see what you guys have. I love Adam Peters' mindset of giving these guys a chance, because these guys have not shaped out yet. They've not performed yet. But Drake Jackson was a 2nd rounder. Treylon Burks was a 1st rounder. 2 picks after Jahan Dotson. So if you put Treylon Burks in this offense, like, you don't know what he's going to do, because you put a 25-year-old in a new scheme. We've seen plenty of times in the NFL where a 25-year-old gets in a new scheme and he goes lights out and he does really well. Maybe it was the Tennessee offense that he didn't like, because they suck over there. So, and then Drake Jackson, again, that's a 2nd round pick. So he has some type of talent. Like, you're not going to sit here and just, throw away a 2nd rounder. I'm glad they signed him. But you're not going to have a 2nd rounder that has no talent. Like, there's some reason why he was a 2nd rounder. There's some reason why somebody saw him as a 2nd rounder, took him in the 2nd round, and pursued him. There's some type of reason for that. There's some type of reason for that. He has some type of talent. Now, you need to unlock that talent. You need to coach him up. The dude has some type of talent. Let's look at some film, though. Let's dive into some of this film. It's not going to be fun to watch, right? We never like this. There will be some good in the film today. Shout out to my guy Mark Tyler for all this, though. Matter of fact, let's start with the fumble here. Like, what goes wrong in this fumble? And I know you guys have seen this, right? I know everybody's seen this, but look at Jaden throw the. And I went over this Monday night on the post game stream. I know, but we need to dive into this again. Look at Jaden. Look at Jaden throw this into his chest. Jaden said he lost focus. He said he lost focus. So you can't lose focus in this moment. Look at that. Look at him throw it into his chest. And it's bad from there. You can't lose focus in these type of moments. And I'm over this loss, right? I'm over this loss, but I'm bringing this back up to say you can't lose focus in these moments. And I can assure you, Jaden Daniels will learn from this. Jaden Daniels will learn from this, right? So he will learn from this. Here's another bad play. And here's Bobby Wagner. Like, this is where we're at with Bobby Wagner right now. Look at him sit in the middle. Look at him sit in the middle. Let me turn this off. Look at him sit in the middle and just get completely cooked. You have to right there know you have to cover this guy. Right here, you have to see him coming across the middle and know you have to cover him. Maybe he does know that, and maybe he's just that slow. But if he is that slow, we have a problem. And he knows he has to take him, and he's wide open. Like, we could have easily got stuck in a hole this play right here. But he dropped it. He dropped it. So we're lucky for that. Quan Martin missed tackle. Let's take a look at that, I guess. So here's the Quan Martin missed tackle. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable right here. Let me check that. Hopefully nothing happened with the stream. Let me check that real quick. Make sure y'all click the like button if you have not done so. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We're trying to reach 30 likes today, y'all. So I'll get to your comment in a second. Lil C White, thank you for joining me today. Make sure you click the like button if you have not done so. All right, so here is the Quan Martin missed tackle. So you're going to see Quan Martin come here and miss the tackle. It's a bad angle. It's a bad angle. Like, you need to work on this in practice tomorrow. It's a bad angle you're taking. It's a bad angle you're taking right there. You can't have that. You can't have that. Let's see. That's really all. That's really all we need to go over. That's some of the bad stuff. We get to this comment section, though. Put this back up on the screen. Reports are saying Saints are willing to trade Chris Olave, and looks like Jacoby Myers is on his way out. In Las Vegas, the Patriots are actively trying to trade for Myers. They are, probably, because they're desperate, but we can't. Like, when you propose these trade comments in here, and I've gotten a lot of them. A lot of people are asking me, what do you think about this trade? Should we trade for this guy, that guy? And it's like, what do we have to trade for him? We have no draft capital to trade for a player right now. No draft capital. You know our GM loves his draft picks. We have no draft capital. Make sure y'all smash the like button, by the way. Let's get to 30 likes in the stream. That's the goal. We have no draft capital to trade for a player. Like, that's what it comes down to. What are you going to trade for Chris Olave? What are you going to trade for Jacoby Myers? Like, what are you going to trade for these guys? What are you going to trade for him? That's my question to you. Because we have no draft capital. That's the problem. That's the problem. Terry McLaurin is trending in the right direction to return on Sunday per Ian Rappaport. Yeah, he's Dan Quinn said today he's practicing. And we got, on Sunday, somebody said on Sunday that hold up, I lost my train of thought. That Terry was supposed to play this weekend. So, and he's gonna come back for the Cowboys. Like, he's not gonna miss that game. He's not gonna miss that game. So, Steelers to the Super Bowl. No, they'll have their yearly collapse, right? There was no school today, so there's no school. So, but yeah, we got it. It's a must-win game this weekend. It's rivalry week. It's a must-win game. So, we just have to go take care of business this week. That's all that really comes down to. That's all it really comes down to. The Cowboys are getting a lot of their players back, though. Like, the Cowboys are really getting a lot of their players back. CeeDee Lamb, Kevontae Turpin, and Tyler Booker are all expected to practice today. So, matter of fact, let me pull that up on the screen. Gerald P, my guy, Gerald P, appreciate you. So I guess wide receiver Lamb's back too. Yeah, I'll pull that up on the screen. Yeah, Bill does have a weird voice. I'm not gonna lie. Make sure y'all smash that like button if you're not done so. Let's get to 30 likes in the stream. If you're just joining, make sure you hit the like button. Any super chats would be greatly appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. But yeah, make sure you hit the like button on the way in. So here's the report. I guess Brian Schottenheimer was talking to the media today, and he said that these guys are going to practice today. So it sucks that they're going to practice, but of course this happens to us. And this will be a good test. Like this will be a good test for us. This will be a good test for us. You know, to have these guys playing. It'll be a good test. But it sucks that they're playing. Why can't CeeDee Lamb be out one more week? Because I don't want any more tests. I don't want any more tests for this team. I just want to win on Sunday. So it sucks that we're not gonna get you know, these guys unhealthy, CeeDee Lamb, Kevontae Turpin. But the reality is, if you can't beat the Dallas Cowboys, you're not really gonna go far. If we can't beat the Cowboys, we're not gonna go far. And I know we're still pissed about Monday night. We should have took care of that game, but it's over. Monday night is over. It's a new week, and we have to go out there and take care of the Cowboys this week. No ifs, ands, or buts. We have to beat the Dallas Cowboys, point blank, period. So I hope this team goes out there and takes care of business, because there's really no other option. There's no other option. So CeeDee Lamb's going to be back, though. And it sucks, but it is what it is. They're getting CeeDee Lamb back. So let's see if there's any other news for the Commanders, though, today. If there's anything else. Obviously, they posted these clips. Quan Martin talks about his missed tackle on DeAndre Swift, 55-yard touchdown Monday night. Quan said, "That's a play I've made 100 times, just being able to respond. Just take that lesson from it. Just learn from it." You know, a lot of Monday night was learning. A lot of Monday night was learning from things, like Jaden learning from his mistakes. By the way, guys, any super chats would be greatly appreciated. Any super chats would be greatly appreciated, y'all. So make sure y'all send a super chat. Make sure y'all like the stream up. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Let's try to get to like 2 super chats today. We have 1 super chat, so all we need is like 1 more super chat to hit today's goal. There's Quan Martin. Yeah, so that's really it. Notice that when Darnell Savage was on the field, secondary is playing way better. He did. That's interesting. Because he hasn't really been good for us yet. Like, he was all right on Monday night, but he was, you know, he didn't do much. Cosme return, at least in the mix. Yeah, Cosme, you know, he's gonna return. Because correct me if I'm wrong, Gerald, but if you open a 21-day window and you don't play in that window, like you can't play for the rest of the year. I think Cosme can't play for the rest of the year if he doesn't play on Sunday. So that's I think that's how it works. I think we play better at 1 p.m. or 4 p.m. Prime time be messing up. Yeah. You saw it last year. We really don't play good in prime time. Now we beat the Lions, last year, but yeah, we really don't play good in prime time. I think that's something we've come to realize, is we really don't play good in prime time. That's something we've come to realize as a fan base. So that doesn't mean you shy back from prime time, though. That means that you go handle your opportunities. You have another opportunity. Week 8 versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Probably the biggest game of the year, the Kansas City Chiefs, week 8. Week 9, you have Sunday Night Football against the Seattle Seahawks at home. You have so many opportunities this year to play on prime time and show the world what you have. Are you going to do it, though? Or are you going to back down? You know, we're gonna see a lot about this team this year. Like, this team will be tested this year. This team will be tested this year a lot. Cosme has to be activated, but not necessarily start/play, but I think he will play. Okay, that's how, yeah, that's right. He has to be activated. Yeah, so that's how that works. That's how that works. Yeah, so they will activate Cosme though. Again, I already told you guys, Quinn talked about Cosme, and he said he had a hell of a week of practice last week. That's about the best update you can get. That's about the best update you can get there. So he should play this week, though. Like, I think the goal all along in Sam Cosme's return was to get him back on the field and playing week 7, right? I think we rushed it a little bit with the Bears. I think the goal was to get him back week 7. And so I think they will be able to get him back. How do you think we need to change or fix? Or is there a missing piece on this defense? Well, you know, the secondary is pretty bad. Like, if we could add someone on the secondary, I've heard trade rumors about Tariq Woolen. And my answer to the trade rumors about Tariq Woolen is, again, what do we have to trade for Tariq Woolen unless we trade a player? Y'all keep saying trade Noah Brown. Who's going to trade for Noah Brown? Y'all keep saying trade Brandon Coleman. Who's going to trade for Brandon Coleman? And even with those guys, you obviously have to throw in draft capital. We don't have draft capital. That's the problem. If we have 10 picks in next year's draft, sure, you can make all the trades you want. But we have 5 picks again in next year's draft. I think 6, actually, since we traded B-Rob. We have 6 picks in next year's draft. It's not enough to make a major trade unless you are, like, right there and you need one more player. But we don't need just one more player on this defense. We don't need just one more player on this offense. We are an incomplete football team because we are in year 2 of a rebuild. That everybody forgets. We are way ahead of schedule. Everybody forgets it's only year 2, which is why we are way ahead of schedule. That also means someone will get waived to free up a roster spot. Yeah. So they signed Julian Good-Jones today. See ya. You're going whenever Sam Cosme's activated. That's what they do. They sign players, they release them. They sign players, they release them. They're back and forth a lot. Trade Marshawn Lattimore and Noah. That's in the secondary. Again, how are you gonna trade? How are you gonna trade him? How are you gonna trade him? Who wants Marshawn Lattimore at this point? Who wants Noah Brown at this point? Or if you're saying Noah Benogany, people will trade for Noah Benogany. Like they might trade something for him, but they're not trading for Noah Brown. I don't know which Noah you're talking about, but they're not trading for Noah Brown. Nobody's trading for Noah Brown. Maybe they'll trade for Noah Benogany. And we heard at the start of the year that they were shopping Noah Benogany. So Igbenogany, yes, you can trade for him, right? Teams would have interest in Igbenogany, and I've heard that the team's been shopping him because he only played 3 snaps last game. So we'll see. What happened to Jonathan Jones and Cam Medrano? Jonathan Jones just went on IR. Jonathan Jones went on IR. So he's actually, that's a great point. Or a great comment because he got taken off IR. So if you guys did not know, Jonathan Jones was taken off IR today, and he has a 21-day window. So that's great news for the team. That's great news for the team to get him back. Cam Medrano just hasn't been activated on game days. Cam Medrano's obviously on this 53-man roster, but he just hasn't been activated on game days. The team doesn't want to activate him. If y'all are just joining, smash that like button. Let's get to 30 likes in the stream, y'all. Let's get to 30 likes in the stream. If you just joined, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Any super chats would be greatly appreciated. The goal is one more super chat. The goal is one more super chat, guys. So, heard lots of teams are interested in Noah Benogany. Sorry, can't speak his name. Yeah, a lot of teams are interested in him. That's true. I thought you were talking about Noah Brown. But as I said earlier, they were shopping Noah Benogany at the start of the season. Or at least that was a rumor. That's, teams probably would trade for him. So, Lattimore, been not really thrown to for 2 weeks. Lattimore's been locked down for 2 weeks. And I know that's a shock to say, that's a shock to the system. Lattimore has been locked down for the past 2 weeks. He's been solid. So if you keep this up, we're good. But you play, I mean, CeeDee Lamb's probably coming back this week. So that sucks. And George Pickens, they have him too. So he's probably not going to be locked down this week. What's up, Carter? How you feeling? For Terry, sorry I'm late to this video. You're good, man. No problem that you're late. But I'm feeling good for Terry. Like he's not getting traded. He's not going anywhere. Let's see what he's got. And if he goes out there and stinks it up on the back end of the year this year when he gets back, well, then there's a problem. But right now, he's just been injured. So once we get him back, we'll see what he does. My guy, Sammerstill, has to tighten up. Everybody spotlight. So hey, moan. I'm just a fan. I don't know what you mean. Not moan, meant. Okay, I got you, Gerald. My guy, Sammerstill, has to tighten up. Everybody spotlight. So they meant. You meant. I don't know. I'll read the comment. Either way, we're talking about Mike Sammerstill. So, Sammerstill has not been good this year. Like his interceptions, or his one interception that got him off the hook the Falcons game. I was about to come on the post-game show after the Falcons game and rip Mike Sammerstill a new one. But he got an interception, and so that saved him a little bit. There's no saving him now. He didn't get an interception in the Chargers game. Or did he get an interception? I think he dropped an interception in the Chargers game. Correct me if I'm wrong. And he's been trash. He's getting beat. And just to let you guys know, Sammerstill, whether he's on the outside or the inside, he's been trash this year. He can't cover anybody. He's been trash. That's my thoughts on him. They need to activate him, and I hit the subscribe to you. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure you subscribe, guys. Thank you for subscribing, man. Make sure you hit the like button on the stream as well. And make sure you send a super chat as well. We're trying to get one more super chat on today's stream, y'all. So everyone needs to be on their gangsta stuff. Yeah, I mean, we need more crash outs on this team. You think Washington goes for Gardner Johnson or Njoku? No. They're not going for CJ Gardner Johnson because, first of all, it's not a mistake that Gardner Johnson has been with multiple teams and they release him right away. He just got released from the Ravens. So, like, at some point, you understand, at some point it goes into your brain that it's not a team problem, it's a Gardner Johnson problem. That's what it is. You pretty hard on Sanders still? Yeah, I am. And I love Mikey, right? I love Mikey. He's a great person, but this year on the field, he has not been good. He's not been good enough in coverage. Yes, he's gotten a pick. Yes, he's gotten a pick in the Falcons game. Yes, he's gotten a pick in the Chargers game. But his coverage has not been where it needs to be. And here's the thing. Again, I love Mikey, but I had really high expectations this year. And I think that's the problem. Mikey has not been near bad this year. Mikey has not been great this year, but he's not been bad this year. He's been all right. I guess the problem is I had expectations. Like high expectations. He's met some of those expectations, but I had high expectations, right? I expected him to be one of the best in the league this year, but it's only year 2, right? So you're right, Gerald. It's only year 2. I guess I shouldn't be so hard on him. It's only year 2. He's growing. He's making improvements. So yeah, we'll see. Sam still got to pick on the goal line. Yeah, in the Chargers game, you got to pick on the goal line. So yeah. You act like he's the only problem. Chill out, Slim. Yeah, he's not the only problem for sure. Like, Marshawn Lattimore's been worse than him. So, I do need to chill. Emotions flooding in from the Monday loss. Yeah, Sammerstill, hopefully he can get back next, at the back end of the year, as we head into week 8. Like, this NFL season is going so fast. It's going so fast, and I hate it. Like, slow it down, man. But yeah, hopefully Mike Sainristil can be a big contributor the back end of this year. And I still have confidence in him. So we'll see what he does, right? We'll see what he does. Again, I still have confidence in him. So definitely still have confidence in Mike Sainristil. And he is he's been a really good player this year. Or not this year. He's been a really good player throughout his career in Washington, which is 2 years. So they'll continue to coach him and develop him. But the Commanders have a chance to go 4-3 this week. How are y'all feeling? Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on this team heading into week 7. I need your thoughts on this team heading into week 7. How are we feeling heading into week 7? How are we feeling in rivalry week? Let me know your thoughts about this team because I know some people are positive, some people are negative. I'm one of those positive people actually because I feel like this team can come back, and I feel like we're only 1 game back from the division. We've had massive injuries. We've had so many injuries to this team this year, and we're still sitting at 3-3. You know, like this team hasn't been bad this year for the injuries that we've dealt with. They haven't been bad. And yes, they've stunk it up on prime time. Yes, they've had their trials this year, but they've had their times this year where they've been bad. But this team is looking to bounce back, and I believe they will bounce back. So a win will help get some of the bad taste out of the Bears debacle. Yeah, you know, again, it's a must win. It's a must win. And so you just have to go out there and you have to win. And once you win, once we beat the Cowboys, we'll all be feeling good again. So, hey, Carter, am I tripping? I see Washington season being 4-13. Commanders head into week 7 as a overdog this week, right? So one of the many times this year we're overdogs. Take care of business. Actually, let's check where the line's at. Let's check where the line's at. And we'll see. My guy Chuck, we going to win, but it will be a shootout. The score might be 38-35 Commanders because the defense got issues. Yeah, I said, if y'all are not following me on X, go follow at WSH Carter on X. I tweeted the other day. I said this game could be like 55-50. This game could be 60-55. Like, this is going to be a very high scoring game. Watch this be like a 13-10 Commanders win after I say all this, but I feel like this is going to be a very, very high scoring game because, again, both of these defenses have been very, very bad this year. The line is Commanders 2.5. So the Commanders are favored by 2.5 on Sunday. Again, this just makes it more obvious you have to take care of business. I think this game could be like 60-55. Realistically, I could see like, and again, not to get too far in the preview, but I'm doing my preview on Friday, by the way. Friday, probably 3 o'clock. We'll do the preview. I could see like 38-33 Commanders, realistically. When has the game played out the way we predicted? Exactly. And it's like, this is the beauty of the NFL. This is how good the NFL is. This is how fun the NFL is to watch and to be a fan of and to talk about every day, right? You never know what's going to happen. Don't bet. Don't bet. Don't bet. It can screw you. Now, betting is probably fun. Again, I don't have experience with it, obviously. It's probably fun, but it's the NFL will screw you. And maybe I'll tap into it someday, but I don't know. It's just, betting seems like one of those things where it's like, you get royally screwed every week. You know, you can never predict the NFL. The NFL is the greatest thing ever because you can never predict it. So let's get to 35 likes in the stream, y'all. Smash that like button if you have not done so. Smash that subscribe button to the channel. Send a super chat. Any super chat would be greatly appreciated. We're trying to get one more super chat on today's stream. That's it. So let's try and get one more super chat here. We got some good news today, though. Terry McLaurin practicing this week. Sam Cosmi should be back this week. Jonathan Jones lifted off IR this week. We did get some bad news, though. Noah Brown will go on IR. So drop your thoughts about the Cowboys game. Drop your thoughts about the injuries, and let me know how y'all are feeling this week heading into week 7 of the NFL. Let me know. Again, I'm feeling good, and I feel like the Commanders win this game. Dan Quinn is just pissed. Dan Quinn is just pissed. Jaden Daniels is just pissed. Like, when both of those guys are pissed, something changes. You don't go out here and lose this game. These guys are pissed. These guys are absolutely pissed. So their blood's going to be boiling. They're going to be hot. And I just feel like that's going to lead to the Commanders just going out there and stealing a victory, because these guys are going to be so fired up. So fired up for this game. The whole team knows what's at stake. The whole team knows that they lost a game they should have won on Monday, but they're ready to go. Let's get to 40 likes in the stream out. We are 4 likes away from 40 likes. Help me to reach 40 likes in today's stream. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And again, guys, goal is 1 more super chat. The goal for today's stream is 1 more super chat. We already got one earlier. We're trying to get 1 more super chat here. Wagner needs to organize one of those player-only meetings they had last year. I would love that. And that's something you're going to have to tap into. Typically, bad teams have player-only meetings. Like the Dolphins had one last week. You're going to have to, if you lose this week, you're going to have to hold one of those player-only meetings. I would love them to have that this week, but the problem is they have practice and it's a short week. So I don't think you have much time for that. And you have to prepare for the Cowboys and everything. So you hold one. Again, if we lose to the Cowboys, hold one that week, because you have a long week and you face the Chiefs after that. So I would love Bobby to orchestrate one of those, though. And that's something that, you feel like he could do. Like I would think Bobby can hold one of those. He has that authority in the locker room. He's a veteran, and everybody listens when he talks. Everybody listens when he talks. So I feel like they would do that. But I don't know. That would be probably a good idea, in my opinion, though. I think, again, I think if you lose this week, it's time to do that. I think it's time to do that. So we'll see. But I don't know. Let's see. I just saw a stat on the NFL. Dorrance Armstrong has 5.5 sacks. I wish he got to 6 sacks on this year or last game, but he didn't. So he's not really on pace for 17 anymore. He's on pace for like 15. So we'll see. But we can take over the division this week, y'all. We can take over the division this week. We can still be the playoff caliber team that we're supposed to be. We were supposed to come in this year and be that playoff team and be that threat to the NFC. We can still be that threat. We can still be that threat to the NFC. Noah Brown got injured at the beginning of the training camp, and he's still injured. That was waste of money. They should have waste of money. They should have somebody else to sign wide receiver before the season. Yeah, again, I thought Kendrick Bourne was the answer. I thought Kendrick Bourne was the answer, but Adam Peters didn't push hard enough for Kendrick Bourne. Here's the thing with Noah Brown. It's like Noah Brown got hurt, obviously, during mandatory minicamp. We all remember that. Noah Brown got hurt, pretty gruesome, in mandatory minicamp. And it was like, what's the deal now? Like, how long is he going to be out for? And he returned by week 1 of the preseason. Noah Brown was practicing. By training camp, Noah Brown was practicing. At training camp, Noah Brown looked good. And he was practicing. And he was doing everything he needed to do to make that return. And then it hit. Noah Brown hurt again. Could miss week 1. Noah Brown hurt in practice. Like, did he sustain a new injury? Because he was coming back through training camp. He was practicing in training camp. There was videos of him fully running in training camp. And then by the time that joint practice hit with the Patriots, it was like, what happened to Noah Brown? Why didn't Noah Brown practice in the joint practice? Why wasn't Noah Brown out there in the joint practice? Did he get re-hurt? And my philosophy, my thoughts are, I think he got hurt before the joint practice and nobody said anything to us. And that groin injury affected him the rest up until now. Tony writes, Eagles at Vikings. I don't see Eagles losing that one. Beating Dallas will keep Washington keep pace, will make us keep pace. Yeah, you have to beat Dallas to keep pace. And if you beat Dallas and the Eagles lose, well, then you take over the division. But I don't see the Eagles losing either. They're not dropping 3 straight. They're not dropping 1 to Carson Wentz and the Vikings. So I don't see that either. But would love it if they did. Would love it if they did drop that game. But yeah, I don't see them losing. I mean, hopefully they do. But yeah, I don't see them losing. They are a team that's looking to get back on track like us. The Eagles are looking to get back on track like us. So they definitely are looking for a big win. We're 2 likes away from 40 likes, y'all. We're 2 likes away from 40 likes. Help me to reach that goal. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Send a super chat to support. Any super chat would greatly help the channel out, would be greatly appreciated. So we're trying to get 1 more super chat, y'all. But Noah Brown gave us the Hail Mary, but we're thankful for the Hail Mary forever, Noah, but you're done. You're done. Noah Brown gave us the Hail Mary. We're thankful for that, but he's not. He's done. I think we have to face the facts. What's going on, man? What's going on, Mystic? Make sure you smash the like button if you're just joining. But this is all on Adam Peters. Re-signing Noah was malpractice given his injury-prone history. I liked the re-signing of Noah Brown. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to back down from it. I liked re-signing Noah Brown because he's a really good weapon when he's out there. He's really effective when he's out there. But when he's not out there, which is most of the time, you just feel like it's a waste of money. So Noah Brown's really effective. Again, Noah Brown's really effective when he's out there, but when he's not, which is most of the time, he's just, you don't see him out there enough. He's not, you don't get return on investment with Noah Brown. There's no return on investment for Noah Brown. He's not on the field enough, obviously. So I like the re-signing of Noah Brown at the time, but yeah, it looks bad. So you're right. Only a one team is great, is the Tampa Bay. Everybody else is below average or average is in NFL season is crazy. Yeah, Tampa Bay is really good. And I'm glad we don't have to play them this year. Also, the Seahawks are being mightily underrated. We play the Seahawks week 9. That's going to be a good game. I thought that was an automatic win for us. That's going to be a good game. But one more thing. Let me get to this comment real quick. I think most of the reason we signed Noah Brown is because Cliff Kingsbury. I think Cliff Kingsbury was the guy that made us re-sign Noah Brown. Or that told Dan Quinn, like, we need him back. We want him back. Or that told Adam Peters we want him back. Because Cliff Kingsbury talked about it in the offseason. He said, getting Noah Brown back is going to be huge. We missed him last year. I think Cliff Kingsbury wanted him back. Troy McDaniel, what's going on, man? Haven't seen you at all on the channel yet. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Make sure you hit the like button. Skins have a tough schedule. Miami looks like the only for sure W, maybe Denver. Yeah, and we'll take a look at the schedule in a second here. But yeah, that's what I'd say. I mean, it's a lot of good teams. It's the Cowboys, it's the Chiefs, it's the Seahawks, it's the Lions, it's the Vikings. Like, these are all teams that are competitive. If not, they're really good teams. Miami week 11, yeah, you're right. They're the only team that I see that's like a definite W for the squad. So, and even that is in circumstances where it's in Madrid, Spain. It's JD Cinco, but it's, you don't really know what's going to happen there. You don't know what's going to happen in Madrid, Spain. It's it's a road game. Like, you're traveling really far. You just don't know exactly what's going to happen there. So even that game could be a little bit tricky. But that's going to lead us into looking at the schedule. Let's look at the schedule. By the way, guys, goal is one more super chat. We're trying to get one more super chat on the stream today. So if y'all could help me reach that goal, that'd be greatly appreciated. Washington Commanders schedule. Let's look at the schedule here. So, yeah, this is tough. You have the Cowboys. The Cowboys are not an easy out. We always struggle with the Cowboys. I don't care what anybody says. We always struggle with the Cowboys. They're always a problem for us. So they're going to be a problem. But I think we'll win that game. That's a hard game, though. Chiefs. Obviously, Andy Reid gets better and better throughout the season. If we play them week 3, we would probably take the W. But they get better throughout the year. So that's going to be a really tough game. Obviously, that's going to be a really tough game. So you have the Commanders versus Chiefs. Then you have Seahawks Commanders. I just talked about it. The Seahawks game is going to be really tough. I understand it's at home. I understand we're in the Super Bowl era jerseys, but it's going to be tough. It is. This game is going to be hard, week 9. Do not go in there. The worst thing you can do is go in there and underestimate your opponent and lose on Sunday Night Football. We're 0-2 in the prime time this year. We are not good in prime time. We're not good in prime time. So, got to find a way to pull out the W there, because that's another good NFC team. Let's try and get to 50 likes in the stream, y'all. Smash that like button if you're just joining. Let's try and get to 50 likes in the stream today. Subscribe to the channel if you're in here. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Make sure you do that. Make sure you send a super chat to support. Super chats are how you directly support this channel. So we're trying to get one more super chat on the day today. So if y'all can help me reach that goal, that'd be greatly appreciated. Lions. We know the Lions are looking for revenge. We know the Lions are one of the best teams in the NFC. This game will not be easy either. Commanders and Dolphins. Look at this Commanders and Dolphins game. Madrid, Spain. This is the only guaranteed W for me. I feel like this is the only guaranteed W. Broncos. Another primetime game. That's going to be difficult, too. Commanders and Vikings. That's going to be difficult. First 1 o'clock game in what feels like 10 years at that time. Commanders, Giants. We don't handle the Giants very well. That's going to be difficult. And what if Jackson Dart's balling? Eagles, Commanders, obviously difficult. Cowboys, Commanders, obviously difficult because it always is, and it's on Christmas. And then you have Commanders and Eagles. So the best we can do here is 4-3, 5-3, 6-3, 7-3, 8-3, 9-3, 10-3, 11-3, 12-3, 13-3, 14-3. So the best we can do is go 14-3. That's the best we can do. And some people predicted us at 14-3, sadly. Again, it's just a really, really tough schedule. If you are just joining, make sure you smash that like button. Let's get to 50 likes in the stream, y'all. Subscribe to the channel if you're in here and you're not subscribed and you're new around here. Subscribe and send a super chat. We're trying to get one more super chat. Let's push for one more super chat on today's stream. Hold up. Drop my phone. Let me pick it up real quick. All right. The defense should have helped Jaden on Monday night. Jaden can't be perfect all the time. That's exactly what I said at the start of the stream. The defense has to step up. The defense has to step up at some point. People make mistakes. Quarterbacks make mistakes. The best quarterbacks in the league make mistakes. Josh Allen threw a pick on Monday night. The best quarterbacks make mistakes. So you know your second-year quarterback is going to make mistakes. We expect mistakes out of him. We expect mistakes out of Jaden Daniels. We do. But can the defense please help him out one time? Can the defense please help Jaden Daniels out just one time? Bail him out just one time. Please bail him out just one time. And they didn't do it on Monday night. I said this earlier. I said, Jaden's going to have to be perfect this year until we rebuild this defense, until we take this defense step by step and rebuild it, because we're in year 2 of a rebuild. We have some pieces. But we don't have enough pieces. We have some pieces, but we don't have all the pieces we need. We don't have all the pieces we need, but we have some pieces. We'll rebuild it next year. This year, though, Jaden Daniels is going to have to be perfect for us to win a lot of these games because the defense can't handle it. J Mart, appreciate you, my dog. Appreciate you, man, for coming through. I've seen you on like Rio's channel and stuff, so happy that you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for your generosity, J Mart. He writes, new to the channel, but the schedule is concerning. I agree. Thank you, J Mart, again for the super chat. But yeah, I agree. This schedule is very, very concerning. Because you could lose more than half of these games left on the schedule, and you're already 3-3. And say it comes down to a tie at the end of the year. Say this team has a tie with the Falcons or has a tie with the Bears. The Bears and Falcons have that tie over us. So it's very concerning. You don't want to be 1-3 in your conference this early. We're looking for a wild card spot this year. That's what we're trying to do. Originally, we thought that this team could possibly, get the number 1 seed or have a chance to do that. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. It looks like we're going to be fighting for a wild card spot, and you're tied, or you're not tied. You're at a disadvantage already against those teams you're going to be fighting, for a playoff spot with. So it is very concerning. But thank you, J Mart. The new Dome Stadium can't come fast enough. I agree. It's just, you don't make fans sit in the rain. You don't make fans have to fight through all the bad conditions, whatever it is, the cold. You don't make Matt Gay have to kick in bad conditions. It's going to be glorious when that stadium comes, and it is going to be a lot of money to go to those games, but it's going to be glorious. That's the cost of being a good team. Is Joe Witt play call or defense players not communicating? It's a little bit of both. Like, they talked about it last week. I can't remember who said it, but some of the players said last week, they said, like, we didn't communicate on that play. And Dan Quinn said it was a miscommunication on a few plays. And so that's a problem. But also, it's Joe Witt Jr.'s play calling. Like, why does he have Bobby Wagner covering running backs, covering tight ends? Or not covering tight ends, covering wide receivers? Like, it's a little bit of both. You can clearly see it's a little bit of both, Chuck. So, yeah, it's both this year. And I will say, I'm not completely out on the Joe Witt Jr. train. I'm not completely out on Joe Witt Jr. at all. But it is a little bit concerning to be giving up this many points every week. And this defense is not as bad as last year, but it's close to it. And that's why I said this week could be like 55-50. This week could be like 55-50. With how bad these two defenses are. Make sure y'all smash that like button if you have not done so. Let's get those likes up. Let's get to 50 likes on today's stream. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're not subscribed. And any super chats would be greatly appreciated. Y'all. So Wagner has autonomy to change the play of if he chooses. That's true. But you're going to listen to your defensive coordinator most of the time, and you're going to challenge yourself, right? Like, if he's in a bad spot, yes, he'll change the play. But some of it's Joe Witt Jr.'s fault. Sup, Carter? What's going on, the Dubs family? Happy to have you here. Make sure you smash the like button if you're just joining. Happy to have you here, man. But it's definitely the defense is definitely concerning, to say the least. And you definitely have a problem on your hands with the defense. So we'll see how that goes this year. It will continue to go this year, but it looks like we have a problem on our hands with the defense and how bad they've been. So again, it's year 2 of a rebuild. It's year 2 of a rebuild. So it's not like you can, figure all this out in 2 years. So Scott Abraham has a few interviews that he put on his X page. So Scott Abraham, let's go to him. So he's interviewed Quan Martin. I asked him about that missed tackle on Monday Night Football and how he would respond. Quan said, stuff is going to happen. Just be able to respond and take the lesson from it. Just learn from it. Just come back and get better. Honestly, that's good from Quan Martin. Good that, he knows he messed up. He knows he messed up, and he's just going to learn from it. He also caught up with the Commanders' rookie running back, Bill Krosky-Merritt, today. They talked about his fumbles the last 2 games. Bill said, it's nothing I can't handle. I know I'm going to bounce back. We got another opportunity, and I know I'll be ready to take advantage of it. The fumbles are concerning. I hope that he's not a fumbler. I hope Bill's not a fumbler. Right? Because, he has all the talent, but if you're going to fumble the football, that's the one thing that can keep you off the field as a running back is fumbling the football. When you have fumble issues, when you have fumble problems, they really cost you in some of these big games. So can't have that, but he understands it and he's going to work on it. And he didn't play a lot last year. So, Javon Kinlaw, Kinlaw is definitely an interesting guy, to say the least. Javon Kinlaw said, I think we're desperate right now for a win. He said, I know I am. I'm a sore loser. You got to take a punch to give a punch, and your counter punch has got to be greater. I love to hear this fight from Javon Kinlaw. And for years with this team, we felt like we cared more than the players. At least I did. I felt like I cared more than the players some years with this football team. And I think this year we finally got a group, and last year, that feels like, they really care about this stuff, man. This loss hurt them so bad. And Jaden, that's why I said Jaden's going to be pissed. Or he is pissed. And Quinn's pissed. And all these guys are pissed. That's why I feel like in a must-win game that they'll beat the Cowboys. So they are desperate for a win. He's right. Kinlaw's right. They are desperate for a win. So I agree with that. Love to hear Kinlaw say that. Not to keep dwelling on the Bears game, but I really don't think Bill was going to get that first down, even if the handoff was good. Yeah, I think that's an accurate statement. I think you're correct on that. I don't know if he would have gotten that first down either. They had a run blitz called. The center got pushed right off the snap. Yeah, I saw that, and I would hope they would have got that first down, but we don't know. But it would have certainly been better for them not to get that first down, and maybe they go for it on 4th down. Maybe they set up a 4th down. Maybe they set up like a long field goal or something. But it would have just been better for us to maintain the ball. Obviously, you want to maintain the ball. It would have been better for us just to maintain the ball, even if he didn't get it, right? Obviously, you all know that. That's nothing new. But maybe we set up a good punt and we pin him inside their 5. But the Bears got the ball right at midfield, and it was so easy for them to score. And I want to also, and again, like my guy J Mart says, I don't want to keep dwelling on Monday, but I'm gonna say something else before I do this real quick. Hold up. So smash that like button, y'all. Let's get to 50 likes on the stream. Subscribe to the channel. Any super chats are greatly appreciated. Subscribe to the channel though. Here's what I want to say. That last drive on Monday night was embarrassing. That last drive on Monday was embarrassing. That was very embarrassing because, you gave up 5 carries for 34 yards. You gave up 5 carries for 34 yards on that on that last drive to DeAndre Swift. To rinsed, washed DeAndre Swift, you gave up 5 carries for 34 yards when they were already at midfield, and you set up a chip shot field goal for Jake Moody. It's a new kicker in Jake Moody. And you don't put any pressure on him. You let them set up a chip shot field goal for Jake Moody. That last defensive drive was embarrassing, and they have to figure out this whole defense, but most importantly, this run defense. I thought we had the run defense better, but I don't know now after that. On the bright side, Luke and Lane are signing in Terry's absence. Shining, you mean. Yeah, they are. Like, Luke has been fantastic. I was a guy that criticized Luke. I mean, I really criticized Luke a lot. Like, I really criticized Luke a lot at the start of the year, and he's shown up. So I'm very happy for Luke. I'm very glad he's shown up. I'm very glad he has been a very big contributor this year for this team. I'm very happy that he's been that big of a contributor, and he's been a very good player this year. So he's stepping up in Terry's absence. Like, Luke is stepping up in Terry's absence. So shout out to Luke McCaffrey. Lane, he's been okay. Like, he hasn't been a great receiver, but he's been a very, very good kick returner. Like, this special teams unit might be the best in the league. This special teams unit might be the best in the league. They have been very, very solid. And Luke and Lane are the biggest contributors to that. So shout out to those two. I didn't realize that this was the kicker that Debo pushed last year. Matt Gay? Matt Gay? I didn't. Is Matt Gay the guy that he pushed? Because I can't remember. But, Jake Moody. Maybe you're talking about Jake Moody. Either way, yeah, I didn't know Debo pushed a kicker last year. Can you explain that? Because I don't know. Moody. So, yeah, he did. So that just makes it even worse. That just makes it even worse. And even worse is that they carried Jake Moody off the field like he was some celebrity. It's Jake effing Moody. It's Jake Moody, man. Like, again, the defense should have been able to set up a long field goal. They should have stopped the Bears, but it is what it is. It's over now. Know the guy on the 49ers? Yeah, Jake Moody. So he missed an easy kick for San Francisco to win. Yes, I saw that, and that's why he got cut. Like, he got cut because he was missing kicks. Of course he makes all his field goals against us. Of course Jake Moody misses his field goals against us. And of course the Washington Commanders, our team, is the team to have Matt Gay and the kicker that we paid the most guaranteed money to of all time. Of course we have him, and he's missing kicks. I'd rather have Jake Moody, who they paid pennies for. Because the situation now is you can't move on from Matt Gay because you paid him the most guaranteed money of all time. You don't want to pay a guy that's not going to be on your team anymore. Like, pay a guy like a kicker that much money when he's not going to be on your team anymore. This sucks that we have Matt Gay and we paid him this much money. But it lies on Adam Peters. He was so confident in Matt Gay, and he's been terrible. So let's get to 50 likes in the stream, y'all. Let's get to 50 likes on the stream. We are 4 likes away from 50 likes. Help me to reach that. Go subscribe to the channel as well. And send a super chat to support me directly. So, I mean, if we go out there next week and put up 45 points on the Bears, everything is restored and we are all happy again. So, let's do that. If the season goes south, we need to have a conversation about Dan Quinn. All his press conferences starting to sound the same. We need results, not word salad. He does give word soup. He does give word soup a lot. It's bad, but like, how far south are we talking? Are we talking 4 and like 15 or something like that? Or not 4 and 15. What am I talking about? 4 and 13 or something like that? Or are we talking like 9 and 8 or 8 and 9? Because if it's 9 and 8 or 8 and 9, they're gonna keep him, obviously. If it's 7 and 10, they're gonna keep him. 6 and 11, I'd say they still keep him. But if we're in the 5-win territory, there will definitely be conversations about Dan Quinn by the fan base. I don't know if it's by the GM, but there will be conversations. The fan base will obviously be talking about him. But we're not going to win 5 games. Like, I don't see the season going south, and I don't see us, losing that many games from here on out. Like, again, Quinn is pissed, Jaden's pissed. These guys want this bad. These guys want this bad, and they're not playing around anymore. So I think they're ready to go win a lot more football games. They're ready to go win a lot more football games. So I just don't see them losing much. I don't see them losing much. So I have confidence in Quinn still, but it's definitely not been the way you wanted to start this season. I can't even say that without starting the season, or without this team showing up. And I just hope Dan Quinn is able to get this team to more victories this year, because they haven't started fast. They haven't started fast. And the one thing I will say about Quinn is, like, he didn't have the team ready to practice. This summer, they did less than an hour practice, most of the practices, and they didn't put on the pads. So that's the only thing that Quinn has done bad. But we're 3 likes away from 50 likes, y'all. We're 3 likes away from 50 likes on the stream, y'all. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button to the channel. Send a super chat to directly support the channel. But yeah, make sure y'all click that thumbs up button, man. We're so close to 50 likes. If the season goes south, we have a major injuries that we cannot come back from. Yeah, if this season goes south, we will have, like, that's going to be due to injuries. This team, if everyone's healthy, they're not going to let the season go south. They're just too talented, to let this season go real south. So I think that if it were to go south, it'd be solely due to injuries, right? So that's just my opinion. I think, if it would happen to go south, it would be because injuries. So, but we'll see. I don't know. I just feel like we have to take care of business this week. Can y'all give me an early score prediction? So y'all in the chat right now, could y'all give me an early score prediction? So I'm obviously going to do my preview Monday or Friday. I'm going to do my preview for this game on Friday. So we'll do the preview Friday. I'll give you my score prediction Friday, but y'all give me your score prediction now if you could. Drop your score predictions in the chat. I want to hear what you guys have to say about your score predictions, because, again, I'll do mine on Friday. So, yeah, I'll do mine on Friday. I meant 5 wins or less, like a real drop-off. Yeah. I mean, I assumed that's what you meant, because, again, they're not going to consider him, like, unless you have 5 wins or less, they're not going to consider anything with Quinn. They love that guy. He's been great so far. So, yeah, I understand what you mean. For sure. So, drop your score predictions in the chat, though. Drop your score predictions in the chat. I want to hear your score predictions for this week. Early score predictions. It's rivalry week, though. Rivalry week for the Commanders, and we have to move on from that Bears loss. Like, I think that Jaden Daniels is going to have probably the best game of his career. One of the best games of his career this Sunday. He's so pissed off right now. I think 35-33 Commanders, yeah. I think that's probably a score prediction that could happen. It's going to be so high scoring. These defenses suck. Smash that like button if you are just joining, though. We are 3 likes away. Let me check the likes. I think we're 3 likes away from 50. So y'all just help me reach 50 likes in the stream today. We are 2 likes away from 50 likes in the stream, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new around here. And send a super chat to support. Any super chats help me out a lot. Send a super chat to support. 40-39 Dallas, the biggest heartbreaker ever. Then that's season over, right? So you're saying the season's over if we lose this game. So, I mean, again, I think this team's best when they have pressure on them and when they're the cardiac Commanders. So I don't think we lose this game, but that could very well happen. Like the Giants and Cowboys game, I think it might have been 40-39. Week 2. So that could happen. That would be the biggest heartbreaker ever, though. 2 weeks in a row. Brown is a money grabber, nothing else. Constantly hurt. Peterson knows this, not that superstar everyone thinks he is. Yeah, he's certainly just a guy that can't stay healthy. Obviously, he feels like a money grabber at times. Again, because he can't stay healthy. But we just got to hope that we can get him back sometimes this year. But he went on IR today, so I don't know how long that's going to be. But he went on IR today. Do you listen to Doc Walker at all? He keeps it real. Yeah, I do. I listen to him post game. That's the most I listen to him. He's funny. He's a funny guy. Like he does overreact after the game sometime. Like he'll be like, he always talks about how these guys could be on the hot seat or something like, and I like it. Like he's a guy that he loves the wins, obviously, and when we lose, he's disgusted. So I love Doc Walker. I do listen to him sometime. Go back and look at the record, at his record collection of injuries. Yeah, it's again every year of his career he's gotten injured. And coming into this year, I told y'all, I said depends on when Noah Brown gets injured to determine whether this re-signing was good or not. And it happened. He was hurt week 1. He was hurt week 2. He was hurt week 3. Like it's been the whole time Noah Brown has been here since week 7. Since last year of week 7. Since last year of week 7 or week 8. Noah Brown's been hurt. Missed the rest of the year last year, got hurt all offseason, missed training camp, missed joint practice, missed preseason, played week 1, surprisingly. Did he play? Yeah, played week 2, and he's been done for now on. Like, he might have honestly played his last game as a Washington Commander. Shady dude, always has been. Let's just be honest here. Yeah, it's shady. And it sucks to have him, just be this inconsistent. Like, Noah Brown is a good player. Noah Brown is a guy that makes a difference for this team. Noah Brown is a guy that when he's on the field, you feel his impact. He had the most targets last year. But he just can't stay healthy. We're 1 like away from 50 likes, y'all. We are 1 like away from 50 likes, y'all. Help me to reach that goal. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Super chat to support the channel. Any super chats help out a lot. Bringing him back is a huge mistake. A roster spot lost. Well, what the bigger mistake was Dan Quinn not putting him on IR last 4 weeks ago. Why didn't Noah Brown just go on IR 4 weeks ago? That is stupid by Dan Quinn. Why didn't Noah Brown go on IR 4 weeks ago? That saved a roster spot. So it's 4 weeks too late to be on IR for Noah Brown, but here he is. And the good news that we got today is Terry McLaurin is practicing, and Terry McLaurin should be back this Sunday versus the Cowboys. But I would love to have Noah Brown, Dan Quinn, and Dan Quinn, he's not a player. Noah Brown, Deebo Samuel, and Terry McLaurin. But that's just not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. So, do you think we would have drafted Emeka Egbuka if we lost to Tampa in the playoffs last year? They definitely liked Egbuka. Like, they definitely had interest in him. But I don't know. I mean, it's hard to predict, The injury report just came out, though. So I'll pull that up on the screen. But yeah, it's hard to know who they would have drafted. There's a lot of moves they could have made at 18 where the Bucks were. But if they would have drafted him, I would have freaking loved that. Yeah, it's 50 likes. It's 50 likes. I'll get to your comment in a second, but nobody here is saying a damn Quinn genius. He used to be the coach of the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, he's good, but it's he's fine, right? I never talked about him, so I don't even know what you're saying. It's showing 50 likes on my end. Nevertheless, give a like and subscribe. Keep up with the good work, young man. Thank you, PE. Thank you, man. Yeah, we did hit 50 likes. Thank y'all for 50 likes in today's stream. We just hit the 2-hour mark. Thank you, P, for the support, by the way. Nobody's saying Dan Quinn is a genius. Let's remember the Atlanta Falcons game. He's not a genius, right? He's not some type of great coach, but he is a guy that's been around the league, and he's highly respected in the league. He's highly respected in this league. Okay, let's look at this injury report, y'all. Let's look at this injury report, baby. And we'll see what new injuries we've acquired. Oh boy, this is a laundry list. Is it true that we may not have neither our top three wide receivers? Deebo Samuel's hurt. Never mind, J-Mark. Good question. I'll just answer it by going over the injury report. So, Dorrance Armstrong, hamstring, did not practice. That sucks. John Bates, rest day, did not practice, which is fine. Zach Ertz, rest day, and he has a shoulder injury. So we have new reports on Zach Ertz, right? How did he get a shoulder injury? How's he hurt now? How does he have a shoulder injury? He didn't practice. Drake Jackson with a knee injury. We knew that. He didn't practice. Javon Kinlaw with a rest day. Von Miller with a rest day. Deron Payne with a rest day. A lot of these dudes have rest days on Wednesdays. Don't worry. Chris Rodriguez with a calf injury did not practice. I thought that injury would have been going away by now. But it's all right. By the way, guys, smash that like button. Let's get to 60 likes in the stream, y'all. Hit the subscribe button to the channel if you're new around here. Super chat. Any super chats would be greatly appreciated. Super chat is how you directly support the channel. So, Chris Rodriguez is on here. Deebo Samuel with a heel injury. I talked about him the other day. Like Deebo Samuel, he was hurt on Monday night. Like Deebo Samuel was really hurt on Monday night, and there's not much else you can do about that. He was hurt Monday night. They tried to get him out there to play because if we didn't have Deebo Samuel on Monday night, like what else were we gonna do? So, Larry Tunsil rest day, Bobby Wagner rest day. Dude, all these guys got rest days today. Last time I checked, we lost on Monday night. Why are they having rest days? Terry McLaurin with a quad injury. He was limited. I wanted to see Terry McLaurin be full today. I wanted to see Terry McLaurin be full in practice today. Why is he not full? I thought you said he was practicing, Quinn. Why is he limited? Sam Cosmi full, Jaden Daniels full, Jonathan Jones full. So we could be getting Jonathan Jones back this week. Like realistically, I know he just opened his 21-day window. We could get Jonathan Jones back this week. And again, that's going to be a huge help to the secondary. Whenever John Jones comes back, we could that's going to be a big help to the secondary because it's been bad this year, as I've said. Let me try to answer this now. Is it true that we may not have neither of our top three wide receivers? It's true. It's true. We may not have Deebo Samuel this week. We may not have Terry McLaurin this week, and we're definitely not having Noah Brown this week. He's on IR. This team is injured, man. Sorry for the messed up text. Mike picks up what it wants sometimes. You're good, man. I don't like all this rest days. They need to practice. I agree. You're not going to get your body. And I think one of the biggest reasons for injuries is because of the rest days. But make sure y'all get me to 60 likes in the stream. Y'all smash that like button if you have not done so. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Send a super chat to support me. Super chats are how you keep this channel running and directly support the channel. My guy Dwayne writes, this team is just too damn old, shaking my head. I mean, it's just like, I think we're the oldest team in the league. Yeah, we are. So they're so old and they're slow and this is why the injury report looks like this. Because first off, you have old dudes that need a rest day every Wednesday. And then you also have just injuries. These old dudes can't sustain their bodies. We are old. Injuries this year seem to be abundant and constant. They are. And it has happened to other teams. Like other teams have been dealing with injuries as well. So it's not just us, but still, Like we didn't have any injuries last year. You know, we felt good last year about this team and their injuries. Like we felt like this team was in a good spot with injuries. But it's been bad this year for sure. Facts, yeah. So we're trying to push for one more super chat today, y'all. We're trying to push for one more super chat today. If y'all could help me get that, that'd be greatly appreciated. You know, this Commanders team is beaten up. They're banged up, but at the end of the day, we still have a job to do. We still have a job to do. There's still a job to do this weekend, and it's beat the Dallas Cowboys. Again, it is a must-win game. It is a must-win game this Sunday versus the Dallas Cowboys. No ifs, ands, or buts. Point blank, period. It is a must-win game versus the Dallas Cowboys. So you have to find a way to get this dub. But you know, and if we have our top 3 wide receivers out, we're cooked. I don't know. This year seems different in so many ways. Can't put my finger on it, but something is different. It is, right? The vibe's different. It feels different. It's a lot of losing this year. It's a lot of bad, negative things this year. It is different this year. So, and I wish, that's why I tried to tell y'all all off season. I said, we're never getting a year like 2024 back. Treat 2024 special because we're never getting it back. We're never getting the luck that we had back. We're never getting the surprises, the cardiac commanders back. We're never getting the healthy part of the team back. We're not getting that. So we just had to cherish 2024 because there's never going to be a year like that again. The NFL is so year to year. It's crazy. It's week to week, for crying out loud. Gut feeling, do you think Terry plays this week? I do. I think Terry plays this week. Now, the injury report that just came out, it sucks. Right? You don't want to see Terry limited. You want to see Terry full. But my gut feeling is he plays this week. And we actually got reports that that they felt like the staff or Tom Pelissero, NFL Insider, said there's a good chance Terry McLaurin plays this week. We actually heard that report on Sunday. So I feel like he's going to be back. I think he'll be back. The vibes from top to bottom, AP, Terry, and the coaching staff. Yeah, it's all different this year. And it started with, what it really started with was the Terry McLaurin negotiations. That's what it started with. That was the issue, was the Terry McLaurin negotiations. That's what it started with. It was negative from that point. That's Adam Peters' fault. AP, AP and Terry, it was different, right? It just felt different coming into this year. I fear that 2024 was our shot. I hope I'm wrong, but we might have peaked too early. No, I don't agree with that. I don't subscribe to that because I think that it's year 2 of a rebuild. Like what a lot of people forget is it's year 2 of a rebuild. We're still fighting back from the Ron Rivera era. We're still fighting back from that. I don't think we peaked too early. I think there's a Super Bowl in the near future. But this year, the injuries have plagued us. This year, there's been a lot of problems. Lucky Chuck, my guy, Lucky Chuck. Thank you for the super chat, Lucky Chuck. Great to have you in all the streams this year. Love seeing you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat donation. You write, you think Bill run over 100 yards this Sunday? I hope, but I don't think so because it just feels like it feels like a Jaden passing game. You know, like it feels like with this Cowboys terrible secondary, it feels like we're going to see Cliff try to attack the Cowboys secondary and try to get after the Cowboys defense, the back end of their defense. It feels like that's going to be the plan. I don't think we're going to try to run the ball very, very much. But we'll see. He could, right? Bill pops out on the most random weeks. So not a bad take. Thank you for the super chat again, Lucky Chuck. 2024 changed our expectations, so we pivoted with who we signed so we could win now. That's true. And also 2024 changed us because we just felt like, we just felt like this year could be the year. Like we felt like this year could be the year, and we could end up winning the Super Bowl this year. Honestly, last year in year 1 of this thing, we felt like we could win the Super Bowl. So I think all of us immediately went to, okay, we can win the Super Bowl next year because we went this far. We went to the NFC Championship this year. And so what people tend to forget is that it's year 2 of a rebuild. It's week 6 of year 2 of a rebuild. The defense has not had time to be fully built. The offense has not had time to be fully built. Jaden is still not fully developed. Joe Witt Jr., it's his 2nd year of being a coordinator. So everyone's still growing. Everyone's still learning, right? That's the biggest thing to me. So we pivoted to thinking that our team was going to win the Super Bowl this year. And it just has not, the injuries, everything that's going on, it just has not fully worked out yet. So that's the problem there. That's the problem. But let's get to 55 likes in the stream, y'all. Let's get to 55 likes in the stream. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Any super chats help out a lot. This team, again, this team has an opportunity to go out there and you can take the division. If you win this week, you can take the division over if the Eagles lose. So we need an Eagles loss this weekend, and we need a big dub this weekend. With that said, that's going to do it for me. I'm your guy signing off here. You guys have a great rest of your Wednesday. Tomorrow, I'll just have a video. I've been streaming a lot, so tomorrow we'll just go video form tomorrow. So I'll go over injury updates tomorrow. I'll recap the practice tomorrow, and we'll get after it tomorrow on the content side of things. But for today, that's going to be it unless any major breaking news comes out. I appreciate you guys for rocking with the guy. Thank you all for coming through. Leave a like on the way out. If you have not hit the like button on the stream, make sure you guys leave a like on the way out. Make sure you guys subscribe on the way out. Thank you guys again so much for all your support and your generosity. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya, Chuck. Man, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Chuck, thank you for the super chat again. And